Hi, my name is Teresa, and I want to take a few minutes and tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a mom, and I am a wife. I have 2 children, and they are my world. My daughter Alexis is 14, and my son Carter is 7. I've been a stay-at-home mom since my son was born. I had a decent job in corporate America, and I worked until I was 38 weeks pregnant, took my maternity leave, and was prepared to go back to work once my maternity leave was done. We were faced with the expense and had to make a huge decision. The expense of daycare, having 2 children in daycare, one of them a brand new baby, is expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. My entire check would have gone to pay for daycare, and it didn't make a lot of sense. There would be nothing that I could bring home to help pay our bills and put food on the table. So after a lot of thought and a lot of discussion, we decided that I would become a stay-at-home mom. And I was absolutely thrilled at the opportunity to take on that new role and be a stay-at-home mom. I was a single mom with my daughter until she was 5 years old, so I didn't have the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of her the way I wanted to when she was little. Having this new role and this new opportunity to do that with my son was exciting. The downfall to that is my husband took on another job and began working a lot of hours. His hours got longer and longer. He was working about 6 days a week, and he was gone for 16 or 17 hours a day. He was working a lot. I want to say in the neighborhood of about 80 hours a week. He was starting to become ill. There was the stress and the burden that I could see from him working all those hours, and I wanted to take that away from him and help reduce that stress and reduce that burden. I started thinking of how I could generate an income, and I started thinking about going back to work, getting a job. But I didn't want to have that daycare expense. I didn't want to put my kids in daycare and think about whether they were being taken care of the way they were supposed to be at daycare. So I turned to the internet and started looking for ways to generate an income online. I tried a lot of things. I did stuffing envelopes, I did home assembly, I was clicking and making 5-10 cents per click. I did surveys. That to me was the most frustrating with the surveys. I would sit for half an hour or longer, and when I would get to the end of the survey, they would tell me I wasn't qualified, or I would have to complete an offer in order to receive payment. Very frustrating and a complete waste of my time. I did find a few decent hourly paying jobs that I could do from home, but I didn't want to be tied down to a schedule. And a lot of times I didn't have the right equipment, or they said I wasn't qualified. There always seemed to be something. Both of my children have asthma, and my son has food allergies. So I was looking ahead to when they would be in school, and regardless of whether they were in school or not, I knew that there was a possibility where there could be an emergency. And I didn't want to have to worry about not being able to leave and take them to the doctor or the hospital in case of that emergency. I didn't want to have to worry about my job, whether my job would be affected if I had to leave. I started looking at home-based businesses and really just digging deep and doing research to find something that offered the flexibility. And I didn't want to stock products, I didn't want to have home parties, I didn't want to be knocking on people's doors or telemarketing or cold calling or anything like that. I kept looking, I tried a few things, they either were scams, I wasn't paid, they didn't work out. It always seemed to be something. And when I found Ameriplan, I stumbled across it doing research and looking online. I found it, and I thought for sure that it was going to turn out to be another scam. Something intrigued me to do the research anyway, and I was very glad that I took the time to do the research with Ameriplan to see what the company is all about. We offer flexibility, and I like that. We don't have to do any cold calling or telemarketing. We get to choose our hours. And most of all, we don't have to stock products. We don't have to have home parties. We offer a product that people truly need to have. Medical and dental benefits are something that we need from the day we're born until the day we die. It's a must. I did some more research, and I finally decided to go ahead and take the leap of faith and give it a try. And that was just over 3 years ago. I'm so thankful for this company. It has helped us in so many ways. The biggest way is financially. We're no longer struggling. My husband is no longer working 80 hours a week. That burden and stress is gone, and it feels so good. I get to choose my hours, I get to work around my children, and if something comes up, I can leave, and I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm going to have a job when I come back. If you're like me and you've looked for a long time for a legitimate way to make money from home, I hope you'll continue to research Ameriplan. You'll find that we're a real company with a real income opportunity. If you're coachable, if you're willing to learn, willing to earn, and you want a true career from home, then let's go make it happen. Give us a call. We're here to answer your questions, and together we'll decide if this is a good fit for you. I look forward to meeting with you and working alongside of you.